LLC, a limousine and party bus company over here in Houston, Texas, Shelley Castle. And the World Cup is coming. If y'all know anyone coming for the World Cup, y'all please come my way. We got vehicles of all shapes, sizes, for however many people coming. If you got a group of 100, we'll take care of you. If you got a group of a couple, we'll take care of you. No matter how big or how small your group is, we'll take care of you, keep you safe, provide impeccable service, unforgettable experience. So y'all think of us. There's 7 games over here in the H Town, starting this Sunday, June 14th, and then June 11th. Starting tomorrow is the first game, but it's like in Mexico and other countries. But June 14th, all the way to July 4th in Houston, and then it goes after that. Not in Houston, of course, until the last game. I think it's like July 19th or something like that. But, we'll take you even to other cities, other states. So y'all think of us and get you a safe ride and not have to worry about drinking and driving. You don't have to worry about construction, traffic, accidents, drunks on the road, whatever it may be. And tomorrow, I'm going to be at an event doing inspirational speaking over there in the Galleria. It'll be my third event this year. I'm an author, an inspirational speaker, and I just got into modeling and acting. I'm trying to get into that. I took my first modeling photo shoot. I'm doing whatever it takes so I can be successful, put myself out there. It's all about showing up. That's what JT Fox said. And I'll be at his event tomorrow and can't wait to tell my story and get it out there and get up on that stage and burn down some stages, burn down some buildings, burn down the nations. And that's what it's about, is being an inspiration, encouraging people, uplifting people, positivity. It's all about surrounding yourself with a positive circle. You got to keep your circle small and and keep your wall up high, and keep your circle small and tight, and keep your wall up high. And God's gonna put the right people for your circle that's gonna help you make it happen, 2026 and beyond. And I always tell people, you got to be the brightest in every room that you go into, 2026, and that's what I'm doing. And I do a lot of networking. I'm on the Chamber of Commerce, which is the Greater Heights Area Chamber of Commerce. I have a lot of good things coming up. They want to get my book into the movies, which is spread the word. I'm making it happen. The only thing stopping me is I'm trying to get some grants. I'm in this contest for, I was with Damon John, which is Entrepreneur of Impact 2026. I made 8th place. I have it on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, all my pages, Snapchat. And I made 8th place for Entrepreneur of Impact 2026 with Damon John, and he's the CEO of FUBU, which is like a clothing branding line. And he has an organization, nonprofit, which is what it was going for, which is Gen Youth, and it helps feed kids with nutrition and exercise, physical activity, and that's what the competition went for. And now I'm in another competition with Maxim magazine, and it's with CoverGirl, and there's like 5 competitions, and I've been posting the link up on all my pages, my LinkedIn, my Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everything. And I need more votes. I need daily votes. But the thing is, it has where you can vote for free, but then it has where people can pay to vote for you as well for extra votes. And once you get to the top 5, which one of them I'm in the top 5, and then in like 5 days or something, it'll go to the top 1. But in order to make it to first place, you got to have a lot of free voters, and then you got people voting for you, and then you got to have a lot of paid, you got to have some more paid voters, some people paying for you. It's hard to get paid voters, people paying for you because of this economy. Just it's horrible. Just like someone that told me at a networking event and on LinkedIn, someone actually mentioned it on LinkedIn the other day. He's like, Shelly, he did an interview with me. He's like, Shelly, I just want to let you know you're not doing anything wrong. You're a woman in business. It's hard, But he said, "You're not doing anything wrong." He said, "It's just the stacks and the tables are stacked so greatly against you because you're in a highly competitive market in the H Town. Houston is a highly competitive market, and it's hard to really get any kind of help or get anywhere because there's so much competition, so much saturation. There's rideshare, there's Waymo, which is the driverless cars, there's Metro, there's taxis, there's even like a little Metro rideshare that they have now, like a little bitty, like little box type car that goes around at Astros. Um, and it's just hard for me to get anywhere because the only thing stopping me is money, energy, finding a business partner slash investor that has the money that wants to get richer, and help me get rich, and get my dreams and be a success. And I tell people it's not about riches in my pocket. I'm a big heart, big giver person. I want to be able to give people jobs, give back to the community. And that's what I'm about, doing the will for the Lord, because I'm a believer. I know everybody's not a believer, and that's okay. I tell people, you do you and I do me. But I'm a believer, Christian in business, woman owned business, Christian owned business, and I want to make it happen. So, um, just like I said, I did my first modeling photo shoot. You can check out my page. I created some separate pages on LinkedIn, Miss Impeccable Models, and then I created Miss Impeccable. I got the transportation one on there, and then I have a personal one on there. And then on Facebook, I have Miss Impeccable Models. I have Miss Impeccable Rights, because I'm an author, so I have both my books on there. My third book, whenever I do get the money for it, I want it to be in the movies as well. um, I want it to be like a hot, passionate romance novel and get it into the movies and make the top of the charts, hit the rooftops. I want it to sell and make millions or billions or trillions. But just like I said, the only thing stopping me is I need money. I need a business partner, someone that has the money, that sees what I want to do, and the kind of storefront that I want to get is like no other storefront in Houston. And just like I said, if I get these grants, it helped me get out of this situation because, with this economy, I don't have no business, no money. You're making $0 every day. And I just been networking for this World Cup, praying that I get some business, some people that use me, and it'll be an hourly service like all of us drivers, because we have to wait there for you and provide that impeccable service, dependability, and then it's going to take like 2 hours to get out of traffic or whatever it is, to get through traffic, getting out of there, get you wherever you're trying to go, back downtown, get you to the next party, get you to the next fun, keep the party going all night, all day. So that's why we're doing hourly. And, because, we're waiting there, we're providing that impeccable service, and you don't have to worry about not having that dependability, not having that safety lined up, peace of mind. And that's what we're about, limousine and party bus over here in the H Town. I have plenty of drivers, plenty of vehicles. Just like I said, I'm just trying to be a success, trying to make it happen. The kind of storefront that I want to get is where basically it would pay for itself, and you would have like a whole little suite of offices. You can have like a TV station in there, radio station, realtor, insurance, car rental, whatever kind of business is in there. Um, and that would be paying for itself. You'd have that set up and have like along that hall a whole line of offices, but then on the other side, you could have like a two-story convention center where people can, like businesses, corporate companies could do their trainings, they can hold their meetings, stuff like that, hold their conferences, big events there. That's what I want. I'm, just dreaming big, and this is what I've always thought of, just being different than the rest, have like a one-stop shop. And then you would have a whole like dance hall in the back where people can rent out for quinceañeras, weddings, birthdays, bachelorettes, etc. And then, of course, we would have our whole fleet of new vehicles where they can take our vehicles to the storefront and then take it to the next spot, wherever they're trying to go eat, wherever they're trying to go party, and just keep the party going. And the same for the businesses. Bring them there for their meetings, take them to the next spot, to lunch, dinner, meet clients, whatever you're trying to do. Everything will be right there, one stop shop. and then have like two sets of nice restaurant restrooms on each side. I wanted to have a full service gym so to support the team staying healthy, because I'm about health and wealth. And of course, with this journey, I put on a lot of weight and I want to get it off. And that's why I want to have it right there. So there's no excuse. And me and my team would stay healthy whenever we don't have a ride, or, have bookings, or right at the end of the day, you can go work out, or right at the beginning of the day, you can go work out, take your shower, get ready, head on out and do your job, you know. But I'm all about health. I want my team to be healthy physically, mentally, um, and be appreciated and taken care of. I want to have like a big break room for my employees so they can bring their lunch and whatever. And then I wanted to have like two or three little front desk people where they're taking bookings or showing people on a tour, or take them to look at the videos. I mean, the vehicles, or take them to look at the tour of the building, the place. And then inside the gym, I wanted to have like a healthy restaurant that has healthy snacks and sandwiches, and then have like a little store that sells like merchandise and healthy like nutrition products and clothing and stuff like that. Um, like a GNC, but even more, where it has clothing and other products too, that people might need for working out or whatever. And then I wanted to have like a restaurant with a bar, and that way we can cater food for the business meetings, or, anything, wedding, if they wanted to use our services, and, drinks and everything. We'd have everything right there, at the restaurant slash bar. And then, just like I said, the front would have, three, two or three cashiers, whatever you want to call them, little desks and people, and then it would have like couches and chairs, and where everybody can get like high tops, where everybody can sit down, be comfortable, have like a little drink station where they can grab their water or iced tea, hot tea, or a bottled water, coffee, make themselves comfortable until someone's able to help them. So, it's just about dreaming big, and wanting it all and claiming it all. And, I try to tell people to inspire them, dream big, dream bigger, make it happen, just like Grant Cardone did. And you're like, can you hire me? I can't even hire myself. I mean, I'm being honest, I don't have any business. If I got business and got a investor, I would. But yeah, I don't have even business for myself. So if I don't get business with this World Cup, I got to get a job myself and get something that's Monday through Friday, because you can't live on $0 every day. I wouldn't even have a place to live if it wasn't for my friend. I can't afford a place. I lost my apartment. Can't afford food. Can't afford anything. But no matter what, I don't give up. I don't stop. I keep grinding. I keep shining. And just like I said, I have my third inspirational speech tomorrow. I'll get out there and make it happen, and try to get up on more stages. I got invited like to be on more stages, but they're in other countries. And it's like I don't got no money to travel. I told all these other countries that I'm getting these awards because I'm getting offered all these awards, entrepreneur of innovation, entrepreneur, women owner, making it happen, and being the most impact, the most inspiration, all these awards. I've been in all these magazines. I just got into like four or five more magazines this week. A couple of them are for the modeling. One's called Approved. One's called Quadro. They're from Instagram. A couple of them are called something else. I got like three or four for the modeling, since I posted those pictures and did the modeling. And but everything takes money, even for the modeling. I got to come up with some money, because you got to train. All these modeling agencies are calling me because I've been applying for jobs, but you have to do their modeling courses and train in order to even get offered jobs, and to show that you have experience. I was like, how am I gonna get experience? But nobody's willing to give it to you, just like on a job. But at the same time, with this, you got to have money to get the experience, to train. So, to pay for the training classes. So that's the only thing stopping me from any kind of success, to be able to give people jobs, And, I want to be the kind of boss that my bosses wasn't, that, um, it's totally different. I'm not a micromanager. As long as you know what to do, you do your job and you're representing me, and you want everybody that works for me to give the same level of service that I would give. So, um, I'm all about employee appreciation. I would have like a little board I would have where like all the people that are on time and show up every day have like a little reward system, even if it's just, I tell people it's just showing appreciation. Even just, you don't even have to give gifts, just truly talking to people the right way, telling them that they're appreciated. Thank you for coming to work every day. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for doing a great job. Thank you, because your people, if you appreciate your people, your people are going to take care of you. So you got to take care of your people if you want your people to take care of you and take care of your customers. So, and that's what I've learned because I've worked the job and been just over broke for someone else, making them a brighter future. And you see how they're ungrateful bosses, that you had in the past. So I want to have like an employee appreciation day and an event. I want to have like a little birthday, like get together once a month for all the May or June or July or whatever birthdays. Have like some little cake and ice cream or whatever for the employees that have a birthday that month. Have like a little reward system. You come in every day, you get like, even if it's a $5 gift card here, $5 gift card, Starbucks, Chick-fil-A, whatever. Thank you for coming to work every day. Show some appreciation. You can always give out some certificates. Um, do like employee of the month or employee of the year or whatever. And then also I want to have like employee Christmas party, do that for the employees. And even you can even have like a book like one of our vehicles for the Christmas party, do like a team building event, take everybody on a party bus or a stretch limo or a Hummer limo, depending on how big the team is and how many people are working for me. And we all go on it'd be like a building event, you're connecting, but having fun and having some drinks or whatever. And the ones that don't drink, they can have water, soda, whatever, that's non alcoholic, of course, and we're all going to dinner and having a great time connecting, and that's what it's about, just being that kind of a boss, and that's what I want to be. And but just like I said, I need help. I need a sponsor, investors, business partner, someone, but I got to find someone local because I don't want to. Yeah, I'm getting all these offers, but there's a lot of scammers, so you don't really know if they're fake or real or whatever, if they're coming from other countries. So I would have to really find someone local in Houston that'd be willing to see, the potential and help me make it happen, help us get rich with success 2026 and beyond. So but the contest that I'm in, where you can win 20,000 grant, there's like five of them. Some of them are 20, some 25. I was first place in two. Now I'm just first place in one, but I'm trying. I've been trying to get all these votes, and it's Maxim Magazine. It's with CoverGirl. Um, and I'll post the link again. I mean, just like I said, the link's on all my pages, my LinkedIn, my Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Um, my little AI team that I have, it's Marblism. They're posting up every day, um, all day long, and they're promoting the contest like help Miss Impeccable win. And just like I said, I was in the top 10, and I made it to the top 10 with that Entrepreneur of Impact contest with Damon John, the CEO and founder of FUBU clothing line. And just like this one, I made it to the top five. I was like, wow, people are liking, my modeling photos. And one of the contests is of course there's a swimsuit contest, salty something, and then there's um, one that says radiance. The radiance one is the one I'm winning first place in. I posted me in a picture, and just the pose, all radiant looking. That's why I'm first place, in a real nice, sexy, classy, elegant, evening gown. And basically, I didn't think anything of it. I just found it on Facebook, a post like, hey, we need models. So I went and just tried it out. I was like, okay. I was like, just trying things, just stepping into the unknown even more. I always talk about entrepreneurship is like stepping off a cliff into the great unknown without a life jacket, and you're just free falling from the sky with nothing to save you. The life jacket is a paycheck and a boss, a BOSS. You don't have that when you're an entrepreneur. You don't have a boss and you don't have a paycheck. So you're the boss and you make your own paycheck. You got to work. What you put into your company is what you're going to get out of it. So, um, so that's what I said, that radiance is it. When I did that photo shoot, it's all about showing. It made me my self confidence and self esteem just go through the roof. And I was like, wow. I was like, really? I was like, I look damn good. I said, and you don't think, you thinking like modeling is just for famous people and skinny people or supermodel figure. But yeah, there's models of all shapes and sizes, colors, cultures, because there's big women clothes, there's little women clothes, there's big men clothes, there's little men clothes. So there's men that are big, there's women that are big, there's all ages. So in the interviews for the modeling agencies that I did before already, both of them had kids all the way from 9 years old, like even kids, getting into modeling. 9 years old, all the way up to, and I think the last one even had like maybe like a 5-year old, all the way up to a 76-year-old man, So there's no limit, there's no age, there's no discrimination because there's clothes of all shapes, sizes, cultures, age groups, generations. So it just made my self confidence go through the roof. And I was like, I'm going to showcase to other curvy women and men that you can have that confidence and you can do whatever you set your mind out to do, no matter if it's modeling or whatever it is in your life that you're battling or going through. So, so y'all spread the word and y'all help me make it happen. If y'all know anyone coming for the World Cup, tell them to help me make it happen. Miss Impeccable over here from the H Town. Y'all take care.